So it's been all over Instagram and Twitter today that Frank Lampard is heavily linked with Chelsea. He's been having talks with the club about the managerial role. The two main candidates currently, I think, Frank Lampard's first, and then second, Nuno Espirito Santo from Wolverhampton Wanderers. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd much rather, obviously Frank Lampard is the hero. That would be his dream job, Chelsea Football Club manager. However, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd much rather see Nuno Espirito Santo. And here's why. Frank Lampard, he's shown it at Derby County this season. Don't get me wrong, we've had glimpses where we've played some unreal football, and you have to say some of it has been down to him. However, there's been some stages. We look at Blackburn away where we lost 2-0, Forest away, not enough changes made, not quick enough. Leeds away, we lost 2-0, obviously not a playoff game, but the 2-0 in the season. And you look at games like this and you think, Lampard, he's made changes about the 81st, 83rd minute, and you just think, too late. What is a player going to do with about 7 minutes to go? He should have been making these changes around the 50th, 60th minute, and especially with Chelsea Football Club competing in Europe next year. He is a man whose first season was at Championship Derby County, and don't get me wrong, it was a good season, solid 9 out of 10, but he's not taken us up. Is he going to be ready to manage and be in control of a football club who wants to win all of these trophies, who wants to, obviously, I don't think they're at that level of Manchester City and Liverpool yet. For what Chelsea Football Club want and need, is Frank Lampard ready for all of that? I don't think so. So would I blame him if he did jump ship to Chelsea? No, definitely not. It is his dream, so fair play to him if he does go there. However, is there better options for Chelsea Football Club other than Frank Lampard? I know the fans may not think it because he is a fan favourite, but yeah, definitely is. Anyway, now we're going to be talking a bit about the transfers recently with the Rams. So Liam Delap goes to Manchester City, 15-year-old. He was excelling in the under-16 academy with Derby. 15-year-old for 1.2 million. That is quality business. That Rory Delap's son, Liam Delap, goes to Man City for 1.2 million. 15-year-old, 1.2 million. Happy day. And back on the topic of Chelsea, they say Tomori is worth 10 million. Would I buy Tomori and sell Bogle? I'd definitely do that. So Tomori 10 million from Chelsea. Now, I know Bogle's been linked with Brighton and sort of the not so great teams in the Premier League, let's just put it that way. Not the teams that are excelling in that league, the likes of Man City, Liverpool. But I think Brighton are interested in him. I'm not sure how legit that was. But if that was the case, I'd definitely sell Bogle. Anything around that figure would be quality just to bring in Tomori. I'm sure we have at least a little bit of money in the bank, and whatever we do have, I'd definitely put it towards Fikayo Tomori. To bring in that right back, I'd bring in Stoke City right back Tom Edwards. He hasn't really had much game time this season with the Potters. The 19-year-old has made a couple of appearances nationally, and he's made 33 appearances for Stoke City. Apparently, Tom Edwards' release clause is 2.3 million. Would I pay that for a right back, a 19-year-old? Yeah, I'd do that. I think at the back with Malone, Keogh, Tomori, and then Tom Edwards. Obviously, if we sell Bogle, that would be happy days at the back. I'd sign him on a 2 or 3 year deal, sell Bogle to whoever he wants to go to, and sign Tomori. However, if Chelsea do not let Tomori go, Derby County are also linked with the 6'2" centre-back Damien Oko. The 22-year-old currently plays for a team called Zagreb Lubin, and his value right now is around £2 million. Obviously, I would love Tomori, but with Chelsea having this transfer ban and all that, I definitely think Damien Oko would be a solid replacement. Also, Luke Thomas, a few sides are interested in him. I believe Barnsley are, Bristol City are. He was on loan at Coventry City last season and made like 40 appearances for him. So his value right now is £1 million. Personally, I would keep him. I know he's not in Frank Lampard's plans. Personally, I would keep him. He could play left mid or right mid. The guy's flexible. And wherever he plays, I do believe he would do a really good job. Now, still on the subject of midfielders / wingers out wide, I definitely think a player who has underachieved this season has to be Tom Lawrence. Now, a lot of fans are going to hate me for saying we should let him go. A lot of fans will hate me for saying we should keep him in the squad. I believe we should let him go. You can't have a player who, when you see him in the team sheet, you think, is he going to have a good game? Is he going to have a bad game? You need players in there that you know that are confident are going to have a good game. There's been so many times this season where I'd have, say, 3 or 4 good matches, then 7 or 8 bad matches. And you can't have a player like that in a team that wants promotion. To replace Tommy Boy, I would get the 19-year-old Welsh midfielder, that is Ben Woodburn. He currently plays for Liverpool. However, is he going to get in front of Shaqiri, even Shaqiri. Is he going to get in front of Shaqiri, Mane, all of these players? Nope. I definitely think he could do what Harry Wilson's done. Come to a team like Derby, really prove himself and increase his market value. A season-long loan would be class. Ben Woodburn from Liverpool. And as Wilson and Mount were attracted because of Lampard and the stature of Derby County, hopefully Ben Woodburn is. Also, not even signings, but this season I would love to see more of Max Bird and Jason Knight. Now, both of these lot excelled in the academy last year. Max Bird, we saw a little bit of him this season. We saw him at Villa away. I think it was Southampton in the Cup. But he wasn't a starting 11 player. I definitely think he deserves a chance, as well as Jason Knight. Both of these two excelled in the academy last year. And why not give him a chance? Fair enough if it's not week in, week out, but definitely to have some game time throughout the season will be crucial for their careers. So here is the team I would play for this season. So in goal, Kelleroos. He made that mistake at Wembley, but apart from that, I have to say this was his first proper season. And to be fair, he only had half a season. And for half a season, he's been really good. The guy's like 6'5". He needs to stay between the sticks. Left back, Scott Malone, solid. Richard Keogh, he's been really consistent. I mean, even at Wembley, he didn't want to relive the bad memories of giving it away, because of him. Now, I know we lost, but it wasn't necessarily because of Richard Keogh. Next to him, Damien Oko, or obviously Fikayo Tomori would be unbelievable there. Right back, Tom Edwards from Stoke. Left mid, Luke Thomas, quality. So first centre mid, Bradley Johnson. Johnson I felt was really good this season and definitely deserves at least another season with the Rams. Next to him, I've got Tom Huddleston. I don't know how I feel about him because at times he does seem a bit of a donkey. But then we've got Max Bird to replace him. I definitely think the midfield with the physicality of Bradley Johnson and the mastermind and the flair of Max Bird would match together perfectly. Right mid / right wing, I would have Ben Woodburn. We haven't seen much of him in the Liverpool starting 11 this season, but a season-long loan would be great. These lot, they want to get Premier League, they want to get Champions League again. Are they going to do that with Ben Woodburn? No, they're not. And I definitely think at a team like Derby, where Ben Woodburn's got the likes of Jack Marriott and Martin Waghorn to feed through, I definitely think he would excel with the Rams, Ben Woodburn. And then the top two, Martin Waghorn and Jack Marriott. I can't really fault any of them this season. They've both blossomed into really good players. And I know, obviously, last season, Mount and Wilson got all the headlines because they were on loan from the big teams. But Marriott especially, I know he's not had as many chances as he'd like from Frank Lampard, especially in the Aston Villa final. Also like to add in, Mason Bennett has had an unreal season. So that's 3 strikers in a position where 2 is. They can easily rotate all the time. And I definitely think we've got a good enough depth up front. It's just about how the manager uses it, whoever that is when it comes to the first game of the season. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video. Be sure to subscribe. It'd be highly appreciated. Share it around with all your friends, family, all of that good stuff. Subscribe. You won't regret it. And until next time, I will see you later. Cheers for watching, lads.